I'm Shafana Mohammad.
And I'm Sonal Mohan. Welcome to today's segment of
MSQ News. As we all know, the pandemic has swept the nation, negatively impacting all aspects of community.
Small businesses in particular have faced many challenges in adapting to this new normal.
Today, we are going to take a deeper look into how Spiceland, a family-owned Indian grocery store, has adjusted and overcome the difficulties in maintaining their business while keeping customers safe.
Let's go to Sejal for more about Spiceland.
Thank you, Sonal. When the pandemic hit our region in Florida, people rushed to purchase items in bulk to help them get through the lockdown. In our community, many headed to the family-owned grocery store, Spiceland. However, with the crowd during the first few weeks and the announcement for a longer quarantine, Spiceland had to make some changes. As a family-owned business, they had to take things into their own hand to ensure safety. They made sure to keep employees and customers safe by packing their open products, like the vegetables, to prevent any contamination. They also provided gloves for customers to use. One issue with the gloves was the disposal, since customers often left to use gloves in shopping carts or in the parking lot. They enforced social distancing guidelines by placing tape 6 feet apart in the store, in the lines, and outside as well for the people who were waiting to get in the store. Masks were made mandatory, and for the most part, all the customers and employees followed the guidelines. If there was any issue, a simple reminder to the customers helped them get safety back on track. Spiceland has been handling this part of COVID-19 well, and although business was a little slower than previous summers, things are looking up.
Thank you, Sejal. With the challenges COVID-19 has presented, it's important now more than ever for us to come together and reverberate positive impacts and energy.
Even on a local level, people are working towards helping the world in their own way. Let's check in with our field reporter Mallika and see how students in our own community have been playing their part.
Thank you, Shafana. I'm Mallika Satish here with Seminole High School's Business Professionals of America chapter at a local park cleanup event. I'd like to introduce Yash Vardhan, the chapter's co-president for the year. Yash, can you tell us more about how this event came about?
Of course. With the pandemic going on, we feel that our sense of community has begun to fall. With all this isolation, so we organized a park cleanup event with volunteers from our BPA chapter. Of course, we're maintaining the proper safety precautions, such as keeping a social distance and wearing masks.
It's so great to see people coming together for a common cause within these times. Why is it so important for BPA to become more involved in the community?
BPA goes beyond providing students with professional development options. As an organization, we're dedicated to empowering the youth to become the leaders of the future. We also want to emphasize giving back to the community in any ways that we can. It teaches our members to be humble, caring, and cooperative. We encourage any and all impact in our community as it promotes and benefits personal growth.
Thank you so much, Yash. It's so important that people everywhere recognize that they have the power to grow and make change, no matter how big or small. Especially in the current times, our communities need all the help that we can give.
Thank you, Mallika. Giving back to the community is a simple reminder that although everyone is enduring their own personal struggles, many of which are out of our control, there's still some good in the world.
It is important to keep this hope in these tough times to make these days bearable until the day that we can say that the COVID-19 pandemic is a thing of the past. Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of MSQ News.
Join us the same time next week for an edition on the rise of social media and coping during the pandemic.
We remind you to stay positive and test negative. We'll see you next week.